Good evening. He's a real piece of shit. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Sergey the Crusher Kovalev rips, as he calls Andre Ward, son of judges. Now, I'm going to get into what he said, then give the Boxingego thoughts. I need you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more on boxing. And he posted a picture of the outcome, the scorecards being announced. And Ward starts smiling. And he says, son of judges was surprised of design. It's very funny. And he put the laughing emoji. And he also tweeted this on his, he's verified, his verified account. Andre, son of judges, Ward speaks a lot of trash to my side. Stop, little boy. If you really think that you won, then prove it, approve it. But he means to put prove it in a rematch. And this is getting good. I like this. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you guys. I fuck with Kovalev. I like Kovalev. He has a mean spirit. He's a good boxer. He can box. He's not just like a Ruslan Provodnikov type of like come forward, no type of like game plan or anything. You know what I'm saying? He can box, and his jab is crispy as hell. He has power. We already know that. He posted this picture. Why did he tag Steph Curry? Shout out to my Steph Curry with the shot, boy. He put shout out to my guy Andre Ward for getting it done tonight. God is good. And then wow, Kovalev replied with the picture of him hitting Ward with the crispy, looks like a jab. So I like Kovalev. I like his demeanor, and I actually think this is the best possible outcome for both fighters. As you guys know, the pay-per-view numbers weren't that great. They both got career high paydays, but they could have made more money had more boxing fans actually been loyal to the good matches and supported the pay-per-view, right? You know what I mean? More people tuned into the Liam Smith and bought the Liam Smith card for whatever reason than this. And that's sad because this was a far more meaningful fight. But the reason I think this is the best outcome is because controversy sells. At the end of the day, controversy sells. Kovalev, he's posting pictures. Kovalev, he lost. It was a tight fight. It was a close fight. I don't think anyone's really disputing that. I gave the fight to Ward, and that's simply because I thought Kovalev, as the fight wore on, he became less effective. Still competitive, but Ward kind of took over, took the Kovalev's jab away a bit, and it wasn't as consistent. Started and started ripping to Kovalev's body. And it was a good, fun, close fight. I was there live. I got to see it. I was close, and it is what it is. I gave it to Ward. I thought if Kovalev wanted to win the fight, he should have did more what he did in rounds 1 and rounds 2, things like that. And I think, see, this is just my opinion. What I think hurt Kovalev is when he fought Bernard Hopkins. That was great. You know what I mean? That was a wizard, a guy who's pulled the rabbit out of the hat and stuff like that. And he showed he can box, and he was comfortable doing that. He was showing that, like, I can box, and that was enough to keep a 50-year-old Bernard Hopkins at bay and calm. But Andre Ward is more youthful. He has at this point of his career more dog in him, so he wasn't just settling that. And that's when you've seen the willpower come out in Andre Ward, where he was like, nah, I'm not letting my O go like that. And he turned it up. And there's, I don't know any people say Kovalev won, but I don't know one person that says that Kovalev dominated the second half. It was competitive, but he didn't dominate the second half, and he was the champion. So sometimes in those championship rounds in a close fight, you have to do those things and go that extra mile. And for me, the person who showed like the desire to really dig down deep and win those championship rounds more so was Ward. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Kovalev looked like horrible or anything like that, so don't take it out of context. It is what it is. And I thought he should have upped the ante, and even though through the fatigue, worked through that a bit more. Your jab is money, you know what I mean? I would have been like double, triple the jab and stuff like that, and he would have easily won the fight. If he had another second round, would he had the second round, like another round or so of that, then he would have clearly won the fight. But he really didn't, and he started getting outboxed and slowing down dramatically. But again, I think this is the best possible outcome. Neither guy, in terms of, no matter how great they are, they weren't big pay-per-view draws, but controversy sells, so people will hopefully tune in to the rematch. It looks like Mayweather when he fought Maidana. Some people were mad that he fought him the first time. Then they seen how scrappy Maidana made it, and how Maidana was just like, I'm going for broke, I'm going for mine. Made it a tough fight. Floyd got cut in the first fight. He was bleeding. Maidana's power was there, you know what I'm saying? And he was just really trying to rough Floyd up. So in the rematch actually outsold the first fight, and people said that they didn't want to see the first fight. So controversy sells. So I think this will help both guys, despite whoever you think won the particular fight. I think it'll help both of the guys' star power. Neither guy, in my opinion, performed at a level where you would be ashamed of or anything like that. Like, you look at like the Shabransky loss. Okay, that was supposed to be, that's an embarrassing loss, because that was supposed to be your coming out party, but it was actually a great comeback performance by Sullivan Barrera. But neither guy really took a major hit in this particular fight. People got to see the grit and the championship desire that Andre Ward has, battling back from adversity. I love seeing that in boxing. You know what I mean? When I watched Juan Manuel Marquez fight Pacquiao the first time, like, damn, this dude, how you get knocked down 3 times in the first round and then fight to a draw? Like, I understand one of the judges had the scorecard, they didn't tally a knockdown or whatever, but either way, he came back. The point being is Marquez came back and made that fight very competitive. And I love an underdog story like that. Like, damn, this dude got dropped 3 times and still somehow fought his way back in the fight. You look at Andre Durrell versus James DeGale, same type of situation as Kovalev Ward. He was getting banged up. I think he got knocked down twice by James DeGale. But then in the second half, he started turning it up, and James DeGale started to fade. So that's kind of what the Kovalev Ward reminded me of. It's still competitive. I would say maybe the Kovalev Ward was more competitive. Kovalev was probably more competitive in the second half than James DeGale, who really seemed like he was gassing too. But it's in the same stratosphere of a fight like that. But nonetheless, I think this helps both fighters in terms of their star power and building the excitement and anticipation that more people would probably tune in to the rematch, because we got a great fight. It was a meaningful fight, and now Kovalev is with Donald Trump. You're fired. You know what I'm saying? And there's controversy in it, so people are going to be like, oh, I got to tune in to see who won and who really won, and if Kovalev can come back and knock out Ward, things like that. So I think this is ultimately going to help. And like I said, I like Kovalev. I like, shout out to Main Events. I know some people over there. I like what he's doing. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Son of judges, you know what I mean, getting people instead of SOG and stuff. He's getting people talking. I mean, in a close fight, most of the time, I have literally, I'm going to put it this way, and then I'm going to close this video. In close fights that are, especially when the public kind of disputes and puts their input, oh, Ward won, no, bullshit, Kovalev won. When it's like that, I have never, ever seen a fighter in a close fight that the public deems as a close fight, right? And some people are saying robbery or this and that. I've never seen fighter B, the person who lost, not protest and not dispute. I mean, even Bernard Hopkins protested. He tried to kind of create controversy. Oh, I got pushed. He pushed me out the ring. Joe Smith Jr. pushed. Like, but we all know, because with the instant replay, that's not what happened. But I mean, it never happens like that. Pacquiao, when he lost to Bradley, he disputed it and said, oh, 100%, I believe I won the fight. You look at close fights with, I could think of a ton of fights where the person who lost a close fight, like, let's say, like I said earlier, Marquez, he fought Pacquiao. He started wearing shirts like, I beat Pacquiao twice, because he firmly believed he won. So, I mean, this is standard. Of course, Kovalev's going to believe he won a close fight. He's like, I'm the champion, and it takes more to defeat the champion. Plus, I'm the one that had the knockdown. So, I mean, he's politicking. That's part of the game. And again, this is what happens. I've never seen anybody in the sport of boxing in a close fight take the L. Like Sean Porter. Sean Porter, he has to come to grips that he lost to Keith Thurman. But since some people are saying Porter won, he's like, man, bullshit, I should have won that fight. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Leo Santa Cruz and Carl Frampton, another close competitive fight, and Santa Cruz thinks he did enough, and now he's trying to get the revenge in a rematch. So rematches are big business if they're immediate. And like when Pacquiao fought Marquez, it was like 2 to 4 years in between each rematch until like maybe like the third and fourth one. I don't know, but hopefully the rematch happens. I think it's a good fight. And again, all this controversy and Kovalev not letting up and Ward doing interviews saying at some point that Sergey Kovalev has to accept his defeat, and it's not a good look for him and his team to be gallivanting and son of judges and all this. And it's just going to help sell the fight. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, also hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.